Hi, I'm Kelly Hertz, editor of the Yankton Press in Dakotan. This is our weekly video update for our online people. And today we're talking about a couple of things briefly. One item we're talking about is the Napa Junction situation. And Nathan, you've been reporting on that last few days, and there's been some confusion about what's going on, at least with the principals involved.
Yeah, so there was a Yankton County Planning Commission meeting last Tuesday, and after that we interviewed the parties involved, and there were definitely differing perspectives on what transpired in that conversation that night. You had on the planning and zoning side, Pat Garrity, who's administrator for Yankton County, saying he thought it was a real positive meeting and progress was made. However, on Dakota Plains side, Matt Winsand felt, he said he was disappointed with the meeting and just felt that well, obviously, judging by what transpired then later in the week, Dakota Plains had an emergency board meeting, and they decided they were going to go dark, I guess, as far as Yankton County is concerned, for the next 60 days and look at other possible locations for their grain facility. Mm-hmm. So that's where that stands.
So what's the next step in this process? I know the county commission meets Tuesday, tomorrow. I don't think it's on their agenda, but do you anticipate this might come up at all?
Since it's not on the agenda, I don't really anticipate it coming up, and it's still last Tuesday, the reason the Planning Commission was discussing it was due to the tax increment financing being proposed as part of this project.
Another issue briefly we want to touch on today is the matter of dry conditions and fire danger. There was a big fire this past weekend in Bonham County and burned 1,000 acres. And I know conditions are very dry out there. Missed the rain last weekend that we were hopefully getting. There's another shot probably at midweek, and then after that it's supposed to clear out. Everything seems to be going around us. Nathan, do you see the county commission possibly taking some action in terms of a temporary fire ban?
It's not on their agenda for tomorrow's meeting. It's certainly possible that fire officials could bring it up.
So turning to sports, I understand the University of South Dakota men's basketball team is going to be announcing some staff additions coming up here.
Yeah, Craig Smith took over at USD 3 weeks ago. We'll have basically an entirely new staff except for one position, which is Lloyd Williams, who is the husband of women's coach Amy Williams. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you want to keep her around.
Yeah, they're not going to lose both. So, but Craig is expected to announce today that Austin Hansen, who USD fans will remember was the longtime assistant at South Dakota State, will be joining the Coyote staff, and he's only 2 years removed from being with the Jackrabbits, so that's already I've been getting a lot of messages from USD people that they're...
And it's all good.
It's all good messages. It's kind of a double-edged thing. They're frustrated because it's a Jacks guy, but they recognize that he's done great work up there. He's a good recruiter, so that's big. That's Craig Smith's big push is recruiting, so... Mm-hmm. And there'll be a couple other names, but that's the big one.
So, coming up, I think, when is signing day? The next signing is like coming up this...
later this fall for basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have any kind of clue on the recruiting going on?
Yeah, Craig's looking at a lot of different avenues. Including his Nebraska connections. There's a possibility that he could add a couple Nebraska kids. It's curious to see what he does because USD has so many kids returning. So it's not like he's starting over, but in a lot of ways, you probably wouldn't expect every single kid to come back. Yeah. It's just a matter of who leaves and when and what that frees up for him.
Yeah. You have mentioned that you thought there was some pretty decent talent there. Yeah. That's kind of coming up. Yeah, and the turnaround is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, so it's not like he came to a bare cover. He's got some pieces to work with. It's just a matter of when you have a new coach, does it fit his system? Are those his kind of players? Because you want to recruit to your system. You don't want to just inherit and have to suffer through a year without your kids.
Yeah, so. I understand. All right, that should do it for this week, and we'll be back next week with another update. And for Kelly Hertz, Nathan Johnson, Jeremy Hoeck, have a good